We are at the confluence on Gila Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. On the handoff, this is Swift. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, Charles, you think about this defense. This week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Here's Bridgewater. Complete to Bryant. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater.
He'll get this off to Swift.
That catch good for only a couple.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Hawkinson here. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 24-yard line. To the 10 and down to the 7-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield and make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. DeAndre Swift, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Devin Duvernay. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Brad McDougald. And the Lions will take over possession here up at the 44.
What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. Second and 10.
To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one is incomplete.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Bridgewater. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
First down, and they go with Swift again.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Alex Highsmith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. 2nd and 20.
Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater.
He'll drop this one off to Swift.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Marr is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. Easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's taken in by Duvernay. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's got a man, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big connection on that one, 33 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougald.
That's right, baby.
And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Eluding the pressure right.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Right back to Duvernay. That's complete.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Devin Duvernay.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here's Dante Pettis on the return.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But, you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Alex Highsmith.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And that's good for a gain of 6. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off around the 27. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
The return is Duvernay. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
No, he didn't spike it. He faked it. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Sione Takitaki tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And that is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked off around the 41.
And that That's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Roethlisberger. And that'll be incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 25. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So they'll get another shot on offense. And now the kick is away. On the return is Duvernay. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Ben's throws on target to Duvernay. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. That's going to be caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Osweiler good with the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. Osweiler now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Throwing, Bridgewater. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 2nd down now, it's Robinson, and he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And they work this out past the 25.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Roethlisberger. Open man is Duvernay. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. He finds his target, Ebron. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big connection on that one. 30 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sione Takitaki picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You definitely won't like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
I know you don't get anything extra for degree of difficulty, but maybe you should. He's done absolutely everything in this game today, including laying out for that one.
Here we go. It's Roethlisberger on 4th down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
And this will wind up a Lions first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Eluding the pressure right. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he gets it down to the 32.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Swift. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They run out of the gun with Swift. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 66 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, it's a rare bright spot in what's been a